Okay, so we're going to change the serpentine belt on this Mercedes Sprinter diesel 3.0 NCV3 while stuff falls off on me. I don't know what the hell. Your Sprinter serpentine belt came off and everybody online is telling you to remove the fan clutch. I'm going to show you how to replace it without removing anything, and I'm going to show you a trick that locks the tensioner open so you're not fighting it the entire time. And even if you don't own a Sprinter, I'm going to show you some stuff about changing serpentine belts that I promise will work on any vehicle, even if you don't own one of these diesels. I just happen to have another Sprinter van sitting here that has everything off the front of it. So even though visually you won't be able to see it like this, we're going to still be able to show you while we explain to you how you do this. When I originally made this video, I made a comprehensive video of not only replacing this serpentine belt without any special tools, showing you some special tips and tricks of doing this, I made a video replacing the fan clutch. It is not necessary to remove the fan clutch or anything to replace the main serpentine belt. You just got to know how it goes, and I'm going to show you. And if you want to see this serpentine belt fan clutch get removed and replaced simply and easily, look for the video in my playlist under everything you need to know about Sprinters. And if you ever begin to doubt your abilities while you're doing this, just keep in mind, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. We're gonna do simple, easy, and painless. I don't understand why these videos have to be 20 minutes long. If you don't know, my name's Clay with YouTube, The Clay Way, here in Grand Rapids, Muskegon, Western Michigan. And you can definitely say I'm a Sprinter specialist, but pretty much just special, you know. I have a terrible way about me. And I believe it's my job to inspire and empower each and every one of you to do things yourself and keep people like me out of that old prison purse. So consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos, giving me them sweet old thumbs up. If you've got a question for me and it's not baby mama drama related, you can reach out to me on Clay's AC and Auto Repair over the Facebook Messenger. I'll absolutely try to help each and every one of you for free. If I can't, I'll tell you. But I can also tell you that I've probably forgotten more things than most people even ever knew. Yeah, I was searching on the internet and I seen all these videos showing this removal, and the videos like literally 17 to 20 minutes long, and I'm like, what the hell? This is not that complicated. You don't even have to take anything apart, especially if you know a few things. Now, my belt has came off and started to wrap around there. Now, it's either came off for a couple reasons. The tensioners either went bad, there's a pulley that's bad, or there's a lot of oil on there. I don't think it's any of those. I think it's just an old belt, but you don't have to remove anything. The only thing that you may want to do is know this trick of setting the tensioner open, and I'm going to show you that. And then I'm going to show you how to route this belt without dismantling anything. If your belt has been eaten up like mine, you're going to want to get all the old belt out from around everything. Now, my fan belt is off as well, and in a different video, I'm going to show you how to remove that and reinstall it. For right now, we do not need to do that to do this main belt. It does not have to be removed. That's going to be in another video. Link in the comments. Is right here, there is a hole. You can take your tool, use a 4.5, 5 millimeter Allen key to lock it behind that plate with the 17 millimeter wrench. Keep that thing open, saving you a lot of time and a lot of energy by trying to open that as you put this belt on. Now I've got that belt off around that fan clutch, and how I got them loose strands out of there was I grabbed a pair of pliers, moving the components that they were wrapped around, sometimes clockwise, sometimes counterclockwise. I wasn't pulling so hard to tear the belt because I didn't want to break the ends that I could get a hold of. And I just moved it back and forth and worked it for about 5 to 10 minutes. And eventually I was able to get it all out of the bearing material without removing the fan clutch. I was proud of myself. This next thing that I want to do once I get the belt off is I want to reach up and spin all of these pulleys and make sure that these pulleys are not bad. You want to spin the clutch, you want to spin the idler, you want to spin the other idler, you want to spin your wheel pump, water pump, and you want to spin the idler down here and your alternator. I thought demonstrating it and showing you this right here is a lot simpler for you to look up, because you may not be able to see these pulleys up inside there, but you can put your hand on them, make sure you don't have any bad bearings. Or you can just quite simply drop your hand down through here. That's my idler for that. That's my upper idler right there. And I probably can reach the other one from the bottom. I'm gonna spin my power steering pump right here. Spin my AC right here. That all feels good. And up here, I can just grab a hold of other things. I think it's a possibility. I just had this belt off a couple weeks ago. And all the years I've been doing these videos, I've found out that I'm much better making a video and doing things correctly than I do when I'm not making a video. It's odd how you figure that out over time. It's a possibility I didn't put it on correctly, so you want to make sure that your belt is sitting on all of your pulleys properly and not getting worn out. Oh, yeah, like I said, I think that the belt wasn't installed correctly. So now you're just going to take your new belt, and all you got to do is run it around your fan shroud here. I think a lot of times the reason that people can't just tell you can do it this way is because they're not thinking about it the same way that I think about it. See, the belt does go around all of the pulleys, which is why you need to put it around the fan blade. However, the most important part in the belt and putting it through here and attaching it to your tensioner right here. That's why I guess the other videos are so long, is because, you know, they don't have these ones to go and look at like you and I do that show us how it goes, and it makes complete sense. And if you've never seen my videos before, you don't know that in my videos, I not only show you how to do something, I explain to you why you're doing it in the first place. That, to me, is more important than even knowing how to do something. Because if you don't know why it broke, it's just gonna fucking break again. Right? Now I quite simply went below down there and I pulled the belt. So now it's surrounded my fan, and I can drop it down near where it's supposed to be, getting it into place. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to put it on my upper pulleys first, but not too many. Really, the first part that we want to do is get this belt routed in between here. Probably more important, because we can take tension off of our tensioner there and slip it onto all of our other pulleys. So other than dropping it down on here, we're not concerned with anything but feeding it through here. And in order for it to be fed up through there, it's got to be like a scissor so it can fit between these two grooves. That's the reason that that belt being on there and in the way doesn't make a difference to us today. Now, to get the tensioner open, I'm going to take a 17mm 12 point, and I'm going to go up from here, right on here, and turning counterclockwise. I'm going to turn that back. Then once I get it turned back, I am going to stick this Allen wrench up in there, which is a 5mm Allen wrench, and it's going to lock up against that. Now, with that Allen key in there, it leaves everything loose, so you can apply everything, and it'll make it much simpler to get this up inside here and around here first. Just so you know, I ain't bullshitting. That's how it works. Now, word to the wise, I need some hands to help me. But like my daddy said, I told you to go down to the Home Depot and get some hands to help you on Friday. And now, they deported all the Mexicans, and you ain't got no hands to help you. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna set it in there, and with my fingers I'm going to reach up here and I'm gonna push down as I roll it up inside there. Then coming from the top down here, I'm going to be able to pick it up and put it around there. Now reaching down here, I'm gonna grab my belt and I'm gonna put it up here. The idea is to not have all of this hanging down here. Yeah, at this moment I did not know that that belt was the incorrect belt. It was actually simpler to put the correct belt on than it was the incorrect belt. I'll go into that here in a minute. Then that'll allow you to reach right down here. You should be able to take your fingers right here. Yeah, that's what she said. And pull your belt in around there. Now you're gonna have your belt pushed right around there. So you should be able to work it onto your tensioner. Be mindful of not grabbing the incorrect portion of the belt as you're doing this. It'll make things a lot simpler. Okay, now we've got that on, and we want to take this portion of our belt and run it around our alternator and then start running the back of this. The reason that I'm making the video this way is because all of you are not going to be able to see all the things I'm doing, and it's much simpler to see them and understand what you're doing, even if you won't personally be able to see them when you're doing the work, than just making a video that anybody else can make. Now, making sure our belt is going around our harmonic balancer, we're going to take the other part and we're going to put it back up here on the AC compressor. Then hopefully we'll be able to go up to the top. I've also rested it on my alternator right here and did the best about working my arm up there and putting it on as many pulleys as I can. And if when you check 10 different times and the belt comes out this far, they gave you the wrong fucking belt. So you did all that for nothing. So take it off and get the right one. And if you want to avoid that mistake for the future, take your old belt or a used belt that I'm now going to use and put it up against original one, for Pete's sakes. The belt was the correct belt if I had dual AC. They didn't ask me that on Amazon, so I didn't know, so I'll put a link to both of them down in the description and the comments below. Now that I've got the belt on there, it was as easy as it took me to make my kids. Only about 3 to 5 minutes to get the belt on there the correct way. However, I did start on this tensioner pulley and I wrapped it around the tensioner pulley. Then I went around with my arm and from underneath and everywhere I could feel, and I made sure that the belt was on everything, and I found it slipped off of the tensioner pulley when I did it, but you notice my ratchet and my Allen key is still in there. Pay attention, people, this is a trick you don't want to forget. It's a lot easier to put any serpentine belt on by putting it on flat pulleys, sliding it over the flat pulleys instead of trying to put the belts on the grooved pulley. So anytime you're ever changing a belt on one of these or anything, it doesn't really matter. You always want to slide the belt over the flat pulley opposed to trying to slide it over the grooved ones. Now before you take your Allen key out, make sure you put your hands up into the pulleys and make sure it's on everything before you go and remove your Allen key out of here. Because if it's riding on a ridge like I believe mine was, it's gonna break. You don't have to see this stuff. I am freaking blind and I do this stuff all the time, even blind. Now, you can turn your tensioner a little bit, pull out your Allen key, you're good to go. If you own one of these sprinters, know this. I do some of the sickest things with sprinters. I literally show you how to delete the swirl flap, so no more limp mode. I make bolts. I do injector cleanings. There are so many different things that I do with these that no one else in the country, and as far as I know, no one else in the world actually does with these. So check out my Everything You Need to Know About Your Sprinter playlist. There's some good stuff in there, I promise. Like I said before, my name's Clay with the Clayway here in Grand Rapids, Western Michigan. If you found this video helpful, please, at nighttime, put on one of my sweet Clayway playlists, turn the volume down, and let them suckers play from front to back. If you want to hit the super thanks down below, that helps my channel grow. I love making these videos for you guys. I hope you don't mind my comic relief in them. It's what I do, but if you don't like it, you know, you can hit the road, go somewhere else, watch somebody else's video. I don't really care. And remember, don't be the next of them, be the absolute first of you, and if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. Look me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair, hit the subscribe button, send me a message, no baby mama drama allowed, I got my own. God bless, folks. Have the greatest of days.